Alright, y'all. What's up? This is Mr. Boy. I haven't recorded a video in a very long time. Kind of was feeling not super into gaming for a while. There's a way to, like, get bugs on. Yeah! Anyways, fun fact. You can do this on the opening screen of this game. Anyways, I'm really distracted. Clearly. I haven't made a video in a while because I just wasn't feeling it. But here we are, like 3 months later. Welcome to Pikmin 2. This is one of the best games ever created, in my opinion. I've played this game multiple times. And there's a lot of nostalgia for it, but it's just also just a very well-designed game, in my opinion. And so I was like, you know what? I want to record again. My buddy suggested I do Sekiro, and that will be next on the list. At first I was going to do it, but I was like, you know what? I want to play this game. I actually started a file the other day, and decided I was just going to switch to a new file and make a recording. So, I did discover one little trick the other day that I didn't know about, and it honestly changes this game a lot. Also, I have a cat now. Cats are great. This one drives me a little bit nuts, but I love her anyways. Hopefully she doesn't mess me up. Yeah? Hi. Anyways. Oh, no. So the goal of this... Wow, I suck. No. The goal of this playthrough is to do it deathless. Meaning I don't lose a single Pikmin. Realistically, I will fail that. But we'll see how far we can get. Anyways. Yeah. This is probably one of my top 5 games of all time, and probably always will be. It's just way too fun. It's simple. It's fun. It's cute. Everything about it is perfect. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game of all time. Actually, I don't even know what I would say that is right now, but it's got a lot going for it. Yeah, I know how to play the game. If y'all don't know anything about Pikmin, or about the series as a whole, I should say, so there's 4 Pikmin games so far. The first game is fairly fun. It's just really, really difficult. And not just like, oh, kind of difficult. Like, it's punishingly difficult. In the first game, you have... the premise is you crash land on this planet. Your ship gets hit by an asteroid and you crash land on the planet. You discover the Pikmin, but your ship is broken, and your suit only has enough oxygen to let you survive for 30 days. And after 30 days, you die if you stay on the planet. So essentially, the premise of the game is you're searching for ship parts. There's 30 ship parts, and when you find all 30, you leave. So if you manage to find all 30 before 30 days, you leave. There's a set number that you have to find in order to not die. And I don't remember remember what that number is, but if you hit 30 days with a set number of parts, you'll attempt to leave and successfully make it off the planet. So anyways, that's the first game. Extremely difficult. There's just a lot of stress involved because your time, like every single day has a time limit. You're forced with that time limit. And it creates some really stressful situations. The bosses in that game are ridiculously hard too. It's a much more simplified version of this game because it was the first one. The mechanics aren't nearly as good, but I'd say it's still fun, it's just hard. This game, they basically took everything wrong with the first game and fixed it. It's easier, so I guess if you enjoy just painstakingly difficult games, then the first game would be better for you. Which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a difficult game, but I don't know, the first game is just very, very hard. Although there are plenty of late game areas in this game that are extremely difficult as well, so it's not just that the first game is. I thought the game gave me 21 of these little dudes. Alright. But some of the concepts they introduced in this game is they give you new Pikmin types that are, honestly, purple Pikmin are overpowered. Did not realize that when I was a kid. I thought they were just sucked because they're just like, oh, they can carry 10 weight instead of 1. And that's all I thought they were good for. But no, they're super strong, they do extra damage, they can stun things, like, they're the powerhouse. They save me from lots of Pikmin deaths when I have them. And you get them, like, super early. We're actually gonna get it on day 2. Yeah, just walk across me. Yeah. You gonna say hi? No. Well, I mean, I guess you're kind of saying hi. Also, folks, I think it's very important to drink water. I try to say that on a regular basis. Water is great, keeps you hydrated, keeps you from dying. Drink water. You'll feel better, I promise. Anyways, back to my rant, or not rant, well, I guess it's kind of like a rant, about the Pikmin games. So yeah, this game, they did a lot. You can, like, upgrade, you get upgrades, throughout the game by going to, like, different caves, and each cave has, like, a specific upgrade. The premise of this game is that, basically, when you return home after the first game, the company you work for is like, hey, we're broke. And then you accidentally brought home a bottle cap, and your boss is like, wait, I can sell that. So he sends you back to collect treasure, to pay off the debt that he got himself into. And that's the first, like, 2/3 of the game, or like half the game. And then after you pay off the debt, so you have to hit 10,000. After you hit 10,000, you go back home, and then you come back because something happened, and I won't necessarily spoil that. I mean, if you know, you know, but, a lot of why I enjoy this game over 1, like I said, mechanically it's a lot better, but not just that, it's, you know, every day you have your time limit, but they added caves. And there's multiple caves in each area. Come on. And the way that caves work is that when you're in a cave, there's no time limit. So there's not really any stress. There's one cave where that's kind of not exactly true, and that's the literal worst cave in the game outside of the like the super late game caves. And when I get there, you'll see, you'll understand. Yeah. When you're in a cave, there's no time limit. It's just, this game's just a lot of, like, collection. You collect a lot of stuff, you know, you make Pikmin, you have some fun. You also get a little sidekick that most of the time is useless. But every once in a while, there's usefulness for him. I mean, I guess he does pluck things, so, good old Louie. Oh, okay, and then, what else? There's, I guess that's it for this right now. So then there's Pikmin 3, and a lot of people think Pikmin 3 is the worst game in the series, and they have some valid arguments for that. I still hold that the first game is the worst. 3 is definitely not that far ahead of it. It's not like it's on par with 2 or 4. But it's still a lot of fun. It's just very simple. It's short, it's simple, there's not a whole lot. It's easy. It's really, really easy. Except for maybe, like, some of the challenges, but, you know, the actual game, like, the main game itself is ridiculously easy. But for, like, a cute little, like, let's just have fun game, it does its job really well. And for that, I appreciate it. Alright. First, big boy, but he ain't too bad. Come here, buddy. Alright, let's not have a repeat of what happened with Silksong, where I was like, hey, I'm gonna do Steel Soul, and then die in the first episode because I suck. I would actually like to make it past... Oh, that's a big boy. Okay, hold on, we're actually gonna do this. Come on. Go faster. Alright. Where's my fourth guy? Why can't I speak? What was I talking about? Sorry, y'all. I haven't made a video in a while. Did not sleep enough last night, so I'm a little bit kind of out of it, I guess. It's my own fault, but yeah, I kind of feel like I'm on, like, some sort of, like, psycho, whatever. I feel like a psycho. I hope y'all enjoy this. Yeah, Pikmin 3, it's cool. I like the Pikmin designs that they did in Pikmin 3. Rock Pikmin are cool. I mean, they're just like a knockoff version of Purple to some extent. They do a little bit of a different function, but they're mostly just Purple Pikmin weaker. Winged Pikmin are cool. There's a lot of utility you can do. They did some really cool, mechanically cool stuff with that, so I appreciate that. Unfortunately, the main game does not have purple or white Pikmin in them. However, the challenge mode does, so several of the challenges will let you use it, which is cool. But that was a little bit disappointing to me because I was like, oh, they're adding new types and I get all the old types. Nope, you just get the basic 3, plus winged and rock. But at least they added the challenge mode and you can play them purple and white in the challenge mode. Yeah. I did appreciate in 3, they did a lot of really creative things. So you can, like, throw your, so you get 3 little people, and you can throw your people, like, across things, so, you can kind of do some really interesting things. There's a lot of really unique interactions in that game, that I appreciate. But there's not a whole lot else to say about that. Most people think it's the weakest in the franchise because it's too easy. and it's too short. Like, it's a very, very, very short game. And those are valid criticisms, so I can understand that. And then we can talk about Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is, I would say, just as good as this game. It's a lot bigger, so that's cool. But it's a very similar kind of concept where they've got caves, because Pikmin 3 didn't have any caves, and Pikmin 1 didn't have any caves. So Pikmin 2 introduced caves, 3 took them away, and then 4 brought them back. And 4 did a lot. It's a very big game, but 4 did a lot with, like, okay, I don't care. Like the upgrade system. So that game, it was cool because it, basically at the beginning of the game, you can only have, I think, 20 Pikmin out at a time. So every other Pikmin game, the limit is always 100 at any point. This game has a couple scenarios where the limit is 95 because there's 5 wild Pikmin in the field, so technically the limit is 100. Okay, no. Okay, I was like, please, don't let me suck right now. Yeah, so technically, this game has a limit of 95 at times, but it's still 100 Pikmin in existence at once. But Pikmin 4 reduced that limit to 20 at the beginning, and then you find these things called Flarlick, I want to say? It's been a sec since I played Pikmin 4, and I've only played it like once or twice, so I don't remember exactly. But you get this thing called Flarlick. You can find them in caves or in the overworld, and they increase your limit by 10, which is cool. The other cool thing is, every, like, treasure you get gives you currency that you can actually spend on stuff. So you can go and buy, like, upgrades, for your character, which is a really cool concept. It's kind of like this game, where you upgrade stuff, or you get upgrades from caves, but it's kind of like you can choose which ones you get, and, like, whatever. All the level designs in that game are great. You get every Pikmin type, and then they added Ice Pikmin, which was cool. And they basically just, like, freeze water, and they can freeze enemies, and then if you fight a frozen enemy, it, like, shatters, which is kind of interesting. And then you can, like, freeze water so you can walk on it, because then, you know, it's ice. Can I please aim? Why is this so hard? Anyways, really cool concepts that they did in that game. They have, like, night missions, because normally the way these games work is like, oh, at night, nocturnal creatures come out and want to kill you, so you have to head to the surface, or head to the atmosphere to avoid said creatures so that you don't die at night. And that game was like, hey, what if we actually went and, like, explored things at night, because there's certain things that only happen at night. And so during those missions, you get what's called glow Pikmin, and you can only use them in night missions. They're just, like, overpowered, essentially. You can't use any other type of Pikmin in the night missions either. So that was a cool concept. They also introduced, like, some of the caves have, like, different mechanics. Like, so there's, like, battles and stuff, so you have, like, you know, get the most points in a certain amount of time, and then, or, like, collect all the things in a certain amount of time. So there was, like, cool little challenges you could do. Yeah, it's just a really cool game. It's different from this game, but mechanically and thematically it feels the same. So it feels like the same game, if that makes sense. In a lot of ways. So, anyways, I've been rambling on about the series as a whole because this part of the game is really boring. Because it's the literal intro. Day 3 is where it starts to actually pick up. I mean, I guess technically Day 2 is a little bit of something. Day 1 is just like, hey, here's how to play the game. But my goal with with how, I guess, first half of the game goes, because I've played this game so long and so much, I kind of know it like the back of my hand in a way. For the most part. And so my goal, I like sort of speedrun this, if that makes sense, where it's like I'm not going for specifically like time speedruns, but I'm going for like how many days can I beat the first part of the game in, like, you know, can I achieve everything possible in a single day. So day 1 is scripted. You do exactly what it tells you to do. You can't do anything different or better. Day 2 is almost scripted. You technically have a clock, but everything you do, I mean, I'm literally about to be done with day 2. Everything you do is really easy. There's only so much you can do. I've literally done the exact amount that I could do. But you're not required to do all that, and you could technically run out of time and have to do the 3rd day in this area, so it's mostly scripted. Day 3 is where the game starts to become more open-ended in a way. And so that's where it becomes kind of like a race to see if I can do everything I want to do in said time frame. And we're about to get to there. This is where the game opens up. Drink water. Day 3 is... yeah, shut up, boss. Okay, day 3 is in a new area. Technically I could go back to the area I was in, but there's nothing to do with what I have access to at the moment, so there's no point. Cool thing also about this game is I'm not 1,000% sure about the first area, but I definitely know the next 3 areas are just like essentially reskinned and changed versions of places in the first game. And I think this one was Garden of Hope. I think that was the name of it. Okay, so dumb little thing that I learned is you can cycle through these while you hold them, and I literally had no idea. And that changes the game a lot. It makes it way easier to use. Okay, come here, buddies. See, like, I can just do that. Oh! Okay, I suck. Yep. Now, please, stop. Okay, alright. I'm upset. I'm really upset. It's fine. Did I lose any of my purples? I don't think I did. I did. You know what? I'm upset. We're ignore this. We're stopping this. We're restarting it. I'm a cheater. However, I refuse. I cannot believe that's where I lost Pikmin. I should not be playing this while I'm tired if this is what I'm trying to do. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm so mad. Okay. Alright. Let's back up for a second and try that again. Pretend that didn't happen. I promise if I have a death later in the game, we're just gonna keep going, but I can't have that be where I lose my deathless. I'm just gonna take a mulligan. I'm like the worst streamer. I'm not even streaming. I'm the worst YouTube creator out there. Like, this is so dumb. I don't even know what I was saying for that. See, I don't know why. Okay, so what happened? What happened is it didn't let me cycle. It cycled between my types, but then it didn't keep all the purple Pikmin out. And so I threw one purple Pikmin, and then it switched to red, which threw me off, and then that messed me up, and then all of a sudden I was flustered, and yeah. Alright. We're gonna try this again. Okay, see... What the frick? Okay. Okay. Alright, alright. We're about to demonstrate actual damage level of purple Pikmin. You ready? Like, look at that. Look at that. Overpowered. Get wrecked. Okay, sorry. Yeah, purple Pikmin are G's. That's just all I gotta say. Alright, we're gonna get to 95. Give them some nectar. And then go have some fun. I think I'm actually gonna farm some spray. Maybe. 10%! Yay! So cool! Alright. The only problem with purple Pikmin is that they are slow. They move at a slower pace than every other Pikmin type, and it drives me absolutely bonkers. Okay. Everybody, okay. Give me good nectar RNG, please. There's one. Yeah, shut up, I know. Oh, that's extremely good nectar. Okay. Alright, beautiful. Okay, what we're gonna do is I want, I believe, cool feature they added in this game is they created sprays. And so these berries will make... Oh, what? They break? What the frick? That's so dumb! I didn't know that. That's retarded. Okay, sorry, hard R. That's actually just so annoying. That's really frustrating. I didn't know that they could break. Oh, that's so frustrating! That's so frustrating! Okay. How did I get 6? You know what? I'm just gonna kill you out of spite. Give me my ultra spicy dip. Okay, fine. This game added sprays. So the red one gives you what's called ultra spicy, which makes everything move faster and attack faster. And perform tasks faster. The purple ones, which we haven't discovered yet, those give you... Okay, alright. Alright, let's do this. I need this. This might end up being a bad idea. The purple ones give you what's called Ultra Bitter Spray. And Ultra Bitter Spray turns enemies into statues, kind of like if they were looking at Medusa. But only for a set period of time, so you have like a couple seconds to attack it without it being able to do anything. Which is good on like really annoying enemies. Okay. Now that I have that, so Ultra Spicy is really good to get things done quicker, which is cool. And we'll use it as soon as we get out of this cave, because I'm gonna need to... Well, not this cave, the second cave. We're gonna get 2 caves in today. The goal is, and I kind of botched it with the berry thing, so maybe we won't have enough time, but the goal is, finish 2 caves, discover the next piece of the globe, which unlocks the next area, and then collect an extra piece of treasure somewhere. But I don't know if I have enough time for the treasure, considering I botched that a little bit. So a lot of these floors are scripted. You know, they're the same layout no matter what you do. You might start in different areas depending, but it's the same floor. Some floors of caves are random. Which causes some interesting stuff, but like this cave, I believe, is entirely scripted. Not really sure I need 2 money, but you know, I'm a collector, so. Y'all, I'm still mad that I died, or I lost Pikmin to that. Jeez. So, you know what? It don't matter. We're just playing to have fun. It don't really matter. Okay. So this cave, the purpose of this cave is to kind of be like an intro cave in a way. I mean, we already had the intro cave in the first area, but this is kind of like an intro cave with like real stuff. You know, the first intro cave didn't even have a boss. So this one has like real enemies. You end up fighting a real boss at the end that's actually like, I wouldn't say it's hard, but if you've never played the game before, it's probably hard. It's just a cool little like cave. Alright, so for those of you who didn't know, each Pikmin type does a thing. So red Pikmin, they don't get burned. You can throw them at fire all day long and they won't take any damage. See, little boy got burned there. So in the original game, it was red, yellow, blue. Blue Pikmin can swim. They don't drown. If any other Pikmin type gets hit by water, they start drowning. And then they'll die if you're not careful because they drown. In the original game, yellow Pikmin were a little weird. You could throw them higher, so they were like, it was like, hey, there's stuff on top of this, like, cliff, and you can't reach it unless you throw a yellow Pikmin up there. Their other ability was, there was these things called bomb rocks. There's these things called bomb rocks, and certain gates were made of stone, and they could only be destroyed by bomb rocks. You could also use them as, like, weapons. So, if you threw a bomb rock or if you threw a Pikmin with a bomb rock and it dropped it, you know, it would do a lot of damage to enemies. But that's all yellow Pikmin did in that game. In Pikmin 2, they changed yellow Pikmin's ability. They still have the ability to, like, jump really high. That didn't get changed. But what they did change is now their ability, their secondary ability is they are immune to electricity. So there's certain, like, electrical gates or enemies that deal electrical damage. And the way electricity works in this game, I think they changed it in future games, but in this game, if a Pokemon, I play too much Pokemon. If a Pikmin gets hit by electricity, they just die. Like, they get electrocuted and they die. I don't know if they changed it in 3, but I want to say in 4, if they get electrocuted, they just, like, stand there and get, like, shocked for a couple seconds and then they die. Which is a cool little change. Yeah. It's kind of, like, crazy to me. This game, you can get really screwed over really fast because of electricity. Which is probably one of the very late, one of the very late game enemies deals, like, significant electrical damage, and I have a very good feeling I'm just gonna end up getting creamed a lot by that specific thing. I didn't even need it! Oh my gosh! Alright, so sometimes the game will drop just nectar like that. I'm annoyed. Okay. I don't even need the berries. Well, maybe I did just to unlock it, because I don't know if I can. Okay. You know what? I almost didn't check that egg either. I was like, it's not going to drop it. Well, actually, 2 might save me from having to repeat the level. Okay, buddy. Alright, you ready? You ready? Come back. Retreat. Alright. Bro. Alright. One more and then we're good. Oh yeah, I was talking about Pikmin types. So red, yellow, blue. I explained all those. Purple, I sort of mentioned earlier. They can carry... So, like, every Pikmin carries a weight of 1. So, you see how, like, there's a number over this? Like, I need 35 Pikmin to carry this thing. However, that... Every purple Pikmin counts as 10, which is why this says 189, even though I don't have 189 Pikmin there. Because the purple Pikmin, there was a bunch of them, and they added 10 each. So that's part of their functionality. There's only a few instances in the game where that, like, significantly matters. I mean, it can be useful for gathering certain treasures, because it's like, hey, this treasure weighs 20, I can just drop 2 purple Pikmin on it, and then I'm only using 2 Pikmin, and I can use the rest to do other stuff. So functionally, it makes sense a lot of times. There's only a couple instances in the game where I believe you have to use purple Pikmin. One of which is about to happen. But their other qualities is, you know, they, like I said, they hit really hard. So you go and you chuck them at enemies and they'll stun them and they'll do a lot of damage and you can kill things ridiculously fast. So that's why I like them, because, yeah, powerhouse. Not to be confused with mitochondria, which is also a powerhouse of the cell. White Pikmin, which we are very close to discovering. Yeah, okay, see, look, this thing needs 20, or 200. You can only have 100 Pikmin in the field at a time, so you have to throw 20 purple Pikmin on there, more or less. White Pikmin. White Pikmin move fast, so purple Pikmin move slow, white Pikmin move fast. They are immune to poison, so poison is the 4th hazard in this game. And maybe in all of the games, I don't remember. Well, starting with this game. So you've got poison. Poison, it's kind of like, you know, fire and water and all that, where it's like, things don't die right away from it. They kind of just like, oh no, I'm poisoned, like, help. And then they die. The thing with, like, poison is... so, like, fire gates, or fire spouts, usually they have, like, a cooldown, so you can kind of kill them with anything. Electric gates, you need electric Pikmin for them. Or yellow Pikmin. You can't just throw things at them. Same with poison. Poison, you can't really approach it without something that deals poison. Or attacks the poison, which is white, in this game. They also have the ability to uncover hidden items, so there's stuff that's like buried underground, and you can't get them unless you have white Pikmin. They'll start unburying them if you throw it at the area that the thing's at. So that's it. I guess honorable mention, at least for this game. I think they come back later. There's technically a 6th type of Pikmin, in a way. It's not exactly a Pikmin, but it counts as a Pikmin type in this game. And like I said, I think they might be in other games as well. Called, I believe it's called Boldman. it's... In certain caves, there is an enemy that's looks like one of the little enemies we've been fighting that are called bullworms, little, like, frog things. And it walks around, it's a little bit bigger than the small ones. It walks around, and it's got a leaf on its back. And behind it is, I think it's 9. Bulbmin. And then when you defeat the mother, the Bulbmin start running around, and you can whistle and call them in. And then they'll follow you around and act like a Pikmin. They have the qualities of every Pikmin type except for purple, I guess. Well, I guess not. They don't have, they have all the immunities. So, they don't take fire damage, they don't take water damage, they don't take electric damage, they don't take poison damage. The only thing is, at the end of the caves that they're in, they stay behind. They will not come to the surface with you. So they're really good in the caves, and then they die, essentially. So I usually use them as fodder for purple and white Pikmin, because that way I'm not wasting stuff from above ground. So I guess that's technically an honorable mention, because they're not technically Pikmin, but they function like Pikmin, if that makes sense. Alright. Oh, another thing about white Pikmin. This is just an interesting little tidbit. If they get eaten, they'll actually deal damage to the enemy that ate them, since they're poisonous. So that's a cool little function. I don't really like that much, though, because it's like, I don't want my Pikmin to die. So here's the thing about, like, uncovering hidden items that I just explained before. So yeah, there's that. I believe there's like there's a dude, right? Yeah. Oh, so close. Come on, break. Oh no! Okay, you came back. Okay, we're good. We're gonna have to go get my white Pikmin. Feed them up. I guess we can take a break and explain a different concept. I'm assuming if you're watching this, I'm just gonna make the assumption that you don't know anything about Pikmin. So this is like a Pikmin explanation video. And if you do know, then I guess you hear it again. So as you can tell, when a Pikmin gets made, it's got a little leaf on its head. Well, a lot of my Pikmin now have flowers on their heads. What's the difference? So basically, Pikmin go through 3 stages, or they can go through 3 stages. So there's, when they're made, they have leaf, and then they can go into buds, and then they can be flowers. Depending on what they are, they'll move faster and I believe work faster as well. So they're really slow as leaf, bud is like middle, and flower is as fast as they can get without spicy spray. Cool thing about spicy spray, okay, so here's a little poison spout. Cool thing about spicy spray is it will actually turn all of your leaf and bud Pikmin into flower Pikmin when you use it. So it's a really good way to, like, get your leaf Pikmin to not suck. Anyways, what was I? Oh yeah, so that's just a little concept there. I try and always have flowers because leaf just drives me crazy. If you're moving, you move about the same speed as flower Pikmin with your base movement speed. There's an upgrade to make you move faster. But if you leave Pikmin like behind you, like if you're walking too fast and you just like, they fall behind, they'll actually drop out of your party and go idle. Which can be problematic. Especially purple Pikmin since they're slow anyways. Like even flower purple Pikmin sometimes I lose. It's just annoying. And you don't want to lose a purple Pikmin, like... You don't want to lose Pikmin, like, in the overworld, because... at the end of the night, they'll just die. If you lose them in a cave, it's not the end of the world, because you can actually, like, proceed to the next level of a cave without all your Pikmin in your squad, and they'll all come. But, yeah, in the overworld, you don't want to have any, like, idle at the end of the night, or, like, sitting around because they'll die. Alright, what are we fighting? The Snagrit? That's annoying. Am I even there yet? Is this the... Yeah, alright, we're fighting the Snagrit. Alright. So much for Deathless. I'm not even gonna call this Deathless. I messed up. The goal was Deathless, but I suck, so... Three isn't the end of the world. It's still annoying. I mean... Oh, also, fun fact. So... I should have mentioned this in the last game, but yeah, every cave in the game, outside of... Oh, not every cave. Okay, so... There's 4 areas in the game. The first 3 areas, every cave in those areas outside of the very first cave you go to, which is where I found the purple Pikmin. Every single cave in the first 3 areas contains an upgrade at the end. So last cave, we got the upgrade that lets me detect treasure. So it'll tell you, like, when you're getting closer to treasure. And then when you've gotten all the treasure in an area, it'll go gray. So you know when you can kind of move on. Very useful ability. This one, all it does, you can go to bed and then your Pikmin will carry you around. And they'll take you back to the ship or the onion, and then you'll go in and just kind of like float out, and that's all it does. As far as I know, there's no other practical functionality for it, unless you're trying to return to base quick. But, because they'll carry you back to base really fast. But outside of that, I don't believe there's anything that's actually functional about it. Which is kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, die. Die, idiots. Alright, so this is why I wanted spicy spray. You're about to find out. So they did a dirty. I mean, it makes sense, but they did a dirty. And they put... Oh wait, I keep mixing up those buttons. They put a poison gate right here. The gate itself isn't poison, but the bottom has poison on it. You know what? Frick this. There we go. There we go, okay. Spicy spray. Yeah, shut up. Look how fast they move. Okay, why do I keep mixing those up? Yeah, so now we just kind of wait. There's not a whole lot else we can do that's practical right now. so good. So beautiful. Okay. We're just gonna spray you again. 2 was actually useful. Because I want this done. It's such a slow process. I guess I'll go back to Pikmin types since we're here. We've covered all of them in 1 and 2. But I guess we'll talk about 3 and 4. So in 3, they introduce Rock and Winged Pikmin. So Rock Pikmin, like I said, they're kind of like knockoff purples. They deal extra damage when you throw them at stuff, but they don't like they can't latch onto anything, which is interesting. They just kind of like bounce off, and then they can break like glass walls and stuff, which is interesting. Yeah. So okay, back to you. Come on, buddy. So these enemies can be kind of hard to tell if you don't know the trick, but they have little eyes on their flowers, and so if the flower has eyes, then it's evil. Yeah, so Rock Pikmin are kind of cool. They just feel a lot like purples. With the exception of they can break certain things. And then there's Winged Pikmin, and Winged Pikmin are really cool, conceptually because they like float over stuff, so like if there's a body of water, like they're not going to fall into the water, they're gonna fly over the water. Random side note, going back to this game for a second. This item here, so in the first cave, I guess technically, the tutorial cave, you have the globe, and the globe counts as your, like, little, you know, thing, your upgrade. How's this coming? Not fast enough. So whatever. I guess the globe counts. What am I getting on about? I'm getting distracted a lot. I hope you all enjoy this video, because it's kind of just dumb. Yeah, so purple Pikmin, winged Pikmin are cool because they just fly over stuff. Then you've got they also like can carry things across the air, and they can like lift things up. It's a cool concept. Alright, can I get the dice and the bulb in the time that I have? Let's find out. Alright, so this globe, I don't even think I talked about what this globe is. Dude, my brain is just not here right now. So, the globes, they unlock new areas. So you've got, the first globe unlocks this area, the second globe will unlock the third area, which we'll get to in the next day. And each area unlocks new types of Pikmin, so you have to, like, you have to essentially unlock each area in order to progress the game even farther. Because, like, right now we just have these 3 types. Technically there's blue Pikmin back there, but they don't do anything. Or we can't get them yet. I can't speak. Yeah, shut up. I don't care. Break the wall! Break the wall! Break the wall! Yeah! Alright, break the poison. Okay, come on. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, we lost. Okay, that's fine. There's an item up there that I wanted to get, but I'm paranoid. Okay, we're fine. We'll do one more day because realistically, day 4 ends up being short because I can't functionally do much more than I do. Excuse me. Alright. Day 4, we discover yellow Pikmin. Spoiler alert. This place is based off the first game's one of the, like, the late game areas. I don't remember what it's called. Okay. Alright, I don't believe I need white Pikmin. Do I? We're gonna take all of you, and then we're only gonna take... We'll take, like, 40. That should be fine. Yeah, because that gives me access to a lot. Yeah, shut up, I know. Purple Pikmin are overpowered. That's nice. Or could be nice. Let me forget that he's there. Should have thrown a, Yeah, die! Stupid snitch bug. Alright, this, I think this... Oh, I do need purple, or white. Yeah. This is awful. Okay, no, we're done. I'm sorry. We can't do that. Alright, we're gonna do this again. I promise I won't suck. I can't, like... It bugs me. Like, losing Pikmin bugs me. Like, it just makes me very sad. I wish I had bitter spray. I hate freaking red enemy, or this red enemy, or the fire enemies like this. At least we can remember that we actually need freaking purples, or whites. I can't speak. I apologize to whoever's watching this. It's just, you're getting all sorts of my thoughts right now. Maybe you enjoy. Maybe this is an enjoyable video. I don't know. I've watched this, but I'm also. Why is there birds? Alright, we're gonna take all of these out. We're gonna take all of these out. And then we're gonna take 30 of these out. Alright. Attempt number 2. Yay. What the heck? Okay. Oh my gosh, this is just... I'm getting my butt kicked by stupid things. I hate this game. I mean, I like this game, but I hate this game. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean... Okay. Come on. Thank you. Okay, really? Come on, buddy. Let's make this happen. Wait, did I burn one? Did one actually die? Oh no! Oh no, one actually died. It's fine. No, not my... Oh my gosh, this is pissing me off. This is pissing me off so much. Oh my gosh. Well, this is not going very well. Apologies to anybody who thought that I was good at this game. I'm not. Common misconception. Come on with me. Yeah, shut up. I would love if I could get one of these caves done today, but it's not looking like it's gonna happen because I'm just kind of sucking. And also starting to get yellows kind of takes forever, so it is what it is. Alright. Put my reds back in there. I can't believe I lost 3 purples in a... 3 purples and a white. That's just depressing on so many levels. Purples are valuable. Whites are less valuable, but they're hard to get, so they're still valuable. Oh, look at that. Literally perfect timing. Everything works out. Everybody's happy. Okay, where are you at, yellows? Beautiful. Alright. Are you gonna be nice and drag these two? No, you're gonna go for red. That's annoying. Maybe I will get mixed up. I don't know why. I thought this would take a lot longer. That's good. Alright, let's start knocking down. Let's start knocking out some of this. Alright, perfect. I think we're gonna go put the whites back. The whites. Well, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put my white ones back. Put my red ones back. Can we not go in the water, you freaking... That's, okay, I guess that's acceptable. Why are there 3 idle? Oh, because they're back here. Okay, that's right. This is not very well. I'm so mad that I lost some valuable things. But we cope. Copium. have any whites in my party. I do. That's fine. I'm just trying to keep them alive. I would be really mad if there's other threats here besides electric, but I don't think there is. If I remember correctly. Electric. Okay. Glutton's Kitchen. Alright, let's aim really well. Okay, beautiful. Is that the only thing here? Excuse me, I think it might be. Gross. I'm like on drugs or something right now. Not actually. I promise. I don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in milk. Do school. Well, this is a really boring floor. But I'll take it. Easy floors are better than Submerged Castle. If you know, you know. Okay, so I believe I can mess this guy up. Okay, so I believe the way to mess this dude up is to have him grab something, and then you also grab it. Yeah, alright, see, I knew it. Okay. Alright, let's go kill the rockfish. Oh wait, no, that's his little hole. Okay. Oh, there's 3 of them? Oh, that's annoying. I believe these things are called bread bugs. I never actually finished explaining Pikmin types. Well, actually, I think I did. I explained glow Pikmin, I explained ice Pikmin. I don't know, I'm losing track of my life. Oh my gosh, no, don't die to a little purple thing, a little grub. That would make me very sad. Okay. Die. Thank you. Alright, where's the last guy? I know there's one more. Yeah, get wrecked. Okay. 88. Dumb red bug, okay. Here we are, here's another thing. Yeah! Yeah! Okay. Down to the next floor. Okay, so first time in this playthrough seeing electricity. So see, like this thing, it's got electricity. I'm not gonna show what happens when I toss something else or one of my other things into it. These guys, they'll conduct electricity between each other, but until they do, they're harmless. So like, see, they're gonna shoot lightning out of their butts. What is going on? Die! Always check the eggs, because sometimes they have nectar, like specific, you know, the sprays. Also, I realized I just got very quiet. It's because I'm tired. I tend to shut up when I'm tired. I tend to talk a lot when I'm tired and then get really quiet. So, don't mind me. Okay, mister. Leave my Pikmin alone. Alright, come somewhere where I can actually attack you guys. Okay, I believe if I throw purple Pikmin out, he just falls. Yeah. No, don't interrupt me. Okay, it's fine. Alright, now we just wait for the treasure to get collected. Alright. This cave is not my favorite. It's got an interesting concept, but it's just kind of like annoying. Oh, we got a big boy. Alright, come here. What the frick? No! I don't know. I just you know what? I don't know. I lost too many purples there. I'm already annoyed with how many purples I've lost. You know what, fellas? I'm gonna leave it there. We'll finish this cave next time. It's already been an hour and a half. It's kind of an awkward place to end it, but I'm tired. Clearly, I'm not playing optimally. So, with that, till next time, y'all. We'll finish day 4 next time, and then go on from there. So, yeah. Peace out.